Welcome to Cooking with Love, starring Darrius Garrett.
Hey, what's up, guys? So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to grab me something to eat. I was in the middle of working, but I need to eat before 5 o'clock, so which is my cutoff time. So I decided, I grabbed these from Costco, my wife and I. So I noticed that this is chicken strips. I love chicken strips. These chicken strips have 23 grams of protein as well as 3 total carbs. So when I look at the back of it shows that it actually has 4 ounces as well as, so I'm like, wait a minute, serving size is 4 ounces. Then what does that mean? So what I did is I broke out our scale, and on the scale, I actually put them out on there, and it comes out to about 3 strips or whatever, so have you. So be it that I have 78 points on my Weight Watchers, that means I could be able to eat, since I'm only eating 1 meal today, I can eat pretty much however many strips I want, to be honest. But I'm not gonna go overboard. So I'm definitely gonna do maybe about 12 strips and just kind of go from there. So I'll keep going, and you guys just continue to follow me.
Woman, yeah. Feel my story, better yet, feel my pain. Life happens while I'm rapping and my soul sustained. My addiction to the music's like Lois Lane. Deep love for Superman, so for those I came. Every other rapper out really knowing the game. Big snipers here to stay, they can have the fame. Every lyric that I wrote came straight from the brain. Not cause I got lifted on that weed or cane. I don't need a man-made drug to prove my thug. I just let niggas have it with my lyrical slugs. Every song that I write holds lyrics of love and shows all admiration for the God above.
Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Darrius' Weight Loss Journey and Journal. I'm just on my way to go do this job real quick, but kind of wanted to talk to y'all. It's interesting with this whole weight loss journey. What I've learned throughout the week is that it's definitely about a lifestyle change. And it's crazy because I'm trying my best to figure that part out. Not doing a specific diet or anything, but just more or less trying to eat right, make better food choices. So what I did is I started using the Weight Watchers app, and that's helping out a lot. It puts a lot of things into perspective as far as what I should be eating, when I should be eating it, and the amount and so forth. So that's pretty dope. It's pretty cool. Also, I'm intermittent fasting, and so I'm still trying to figure out the best times to intermittent fast. For instance, right now I'm intermittent fasting at 5 o'clock, right? Or I'm supposed to. But for the last few days, I haven't been able to do the intermittent fasting at 5 o'clock because it's too early. But being that I coach football and I have to go to practice, and practice is from 6 to 8. So pretty much my usual time will probably be about 7 p.m. But because I have football practice and everything else, I just go ahead and do it at 5. Because if I do it at 5 or 6, if I do it at 5 or 6, then I'm good. But I have to be at practice at 6. So it just makes sense to do it at like 5, 5:30, something along those lines, And that would be dope. Did I turn down the right street? Nope, I did not. Shoot, Darrius, come on. Hey, what's up, y'all? This your boy Darrius back up on here. My apologies for getting off for a second. But I wanted to share something with you guys. I actually pretty much thought of a simple concept of the whole situation of weight loss, right? So I was thinking about the stories that my mom would tell me about when she was a kid. And I was thinking about the things that people are promoting now and being paid to tell you guys about. And what I mean is, let's start with intermittent fasting, right? Intermittent fasting, from my perspective, was already implemented when our parents were kids or when our grandparents were kids. Think about it. They would eat breakfast, they would eat lunch, and they would eat dinner, right? Or supper or dinner. And they would usually eat dinner around 5 or 6 o'clock. Think about when it got dark. It got dark around 6, 7 o'clock. So they would eat dinner around 5 or 6 o'clock. After they ate dinner, there was nothing else to eat. That was it. Dinner, it was done, right? So after they ate dinner, they would go to bed. And a lot of times, some kids would say they're still hungry. Some kids would be full. But whatever it is, the kitchen was shut down until tomorrow. So there was no situation of like overeating or eating after dark or anything like that. A midnight snack, they foresay. So none of that was happening. And I thought about that and I was like, wow, so that means that they were automatically intermittent fasting because they stopped eating around 5 or 6 o'clock. Then after they stopped eating around 5 or 6 o'clock, they would wake up in the morning and they would eat, and then let's say they're eating. Well, when they wake up in the morning, it's already about 15, 16 hours. So I'm thinking to myself, people were already intermittent fasting back in the day in the 60s and 70s. So as far as I'm concerned, they were always walking as well as they were intermittent fasting. And then think about this. I think McDonald's, if I'm not mistaken, started like in the late 60s, right? I'm not saying McDonald's was the first burger joint, but I'm just saying. So pretty much nobody was really eating out like that. So people were mainly eating at home. And think about it, when people were eating at home, a lot of times they were eating food that was pretty much grown at home, planted at home. They had their own hogs, they had their own chickens. They had grew their own eggs from chickens and so forth. So the way I see it is that their stuff was pretty organic too. You know, it didn't have all the pesticides on it and things to make it bigger. The chicken wasn't pumped with hormones to make the breast thicker and meatier. So therefore, like, you know how they say you are what you eat. That's why you see these little girls, little kids, even little boys growing breasts that are like, you know, full grown adults, because the simple fact that our food is so pumped with hormones. And I believe, honestly, I'm not a scientist or nothing like that, but I honestly believe in my hardest of hearts that that's what caused a lot of mental health issues with anxiety and stuff like that. For me, I suffer with anxiety. And, you know, I love chicken. But I was watching this documentary. I'll put the name of the documentary in the group. I think it's from Forks Over Knives or something like that. Or maybe it's from Table. Anyway, I'm not gonna go. I'll digress on that. But pretty much what it was talking about was how the animals were on the way to the slaughter. And a lot of the animals, you could tell that they knew that they were about to die. So just think about if you knew you were about to die. What's going to happen? The whole survival mechanism, right? Fight, flight, or flee, right? So I'm thinking to myself that that was the same thing that went into them. And right before they died, they had this huge anxiety of, I'm about to die. Well, the anxiety creates hormones and pheromones that goes into the body to make your heart beat faster and everything else to try to survive. And these animals were being killed, and then they turn around and put it on our table. We cook it up and everything, but we're not cooking up the hormones and stuff. So those hormones and everything else is going into us. Now we're all anxious. Now we're all depressed and everything else. So I think that has a lot to do with it. I believe that the food has a lot to do with mental health and mental illness. I believe that then you mix the food up with other things, maybe somebody that's, you know, doing drugs or something else, and, you know, it just totally takes you into a whole other place mentally. So that's what I believe. And I think there's some truth to that. Comment if you guys disagree.
Let's have a conversation. You know, that's the problem, that a lot of people feel like, oh, you know, what I say is law. No, that's just my opinion. I would love to have a conversation about it without arguing. Just an intelligent conversation about it, so we can both try to figure out where are we going wrong here. Why is it that we have kids that are weighing 200 pounds? Why is it that we have, you know, even the poultry and stuff like that, the chickens are getting so pumped with hormones and stuff like that and getting so thick? Hey, what's up, guys? So my wife is here, right? We ordering food. She ordered her some zucchini, but can't order me some okra. What's wrong with that, guys?
And mind you, he want to order a meal from Jack in the Box and Burger Time. Y'all, but he on a weight loss journey, y'all.
I did not know if she's speaking of. Bye-bye. Hey, what's up, guys? So wifey and I, we're on our way to the store to get a few things, but I wanted y'all to go with me because I wanted to show you guys some things that I found out I could use to be able to help along with the weight loss journey, as far as juicing. So we're gonna go get a few things for our juice, and I wanted to be able to have you guys shop with me, so come on. All right, so as we're walking around here, we're just looking. First, we're gonna probably need to go ahead and get those green apples. Check. Looking around for the cucumbers. So we found the cucumbers. You definitely want to make sure they have no bruises or abrasions on them. None that look expired. We got our celery. Then we're getting our lemons. You want to make sure you got some good tasty lemons to be part of your juice as well. Go ahead and place that in the basket. Then you want to get your baby spinach, or you can use kale. Also get your ginger root. Can't go wrong with ginger root. Then you want to go ahead and add your smart one. Oh, I'm tripping. No, wait. Smart one's not added to a juice, but it does make a great meal if you're doing Weight Watchers.
This is another public service announcement.
Hey guys, so I'm at the store, right? And so I want to say it's so sad that we tend to walk around each other, especially black people. We walk around each other, and instead of greeting one another, we want to look the other way and not acknowledge each other, instead of being nice and being cordial. I mean, it would be good to just walk around each other and say hello, but instead they want to look the other way. It's so sad, man. We got to get it together. Like, how we going to achieve anything if we're not getting along, if we're not embracing each other? I'm just saying, it's sad. It's really sad.
My woo, holy Wintrus, Yum Yums, and Dunkin' Donuts. I know they don't have no Krispy Kreme selling up in Walmart. They gotta be kidding me.
Bruh.
And some doggone chicken, fried chicken, freshly baked at that. They know they doing me wrong. How they gonna do me like that, y'all? This don't make no kind of sense whatsoever. Oh, and look at this. Look at this here. Ain't this about nothing? They got a big old domino sign advertising, knowing I'm trying to do the right thing.
You don't understand.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to my kitchen, and what we're gonna be doing is juicing today. Now, let me tell you guys how I got into juicing. The way I actually got into juicing is I was watching a documentary called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. And when I saw this documentary, so much of what I went through before and what I'm currently going through within my journey is actually some of the things that he went through as well. So that made me try to say, okay, well, you know, what did he do? You know, what kind of juice did he make? And so the juice that we're gonna make today is the same juice that he made, which is called a mean green juice, okay? What the juice consists of is cucumbers, green apples, lemon, kale or spinach, as well as celery and ginger. So definitely I want to go ahead and show you guys how I do it and how you guys can do it, and it can be cheap as can be. So definitely follow me while I go ahead and take care of this. Come on, let's go.
So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna start off with our apples. And sometimes I like to put an apple at the beginning and an apple at the end, kind of build it like a sandwich. Add our celery. Oh, forgot one. Hold on. All right, add our lemon. That brings forth the flavor. Then add our ginger root. Then I start to add my leafy greens. I kind of like to add that towards the end so it gives it more of a creamier, richer taste. And then lastly, I add another apple. And it's that simple. You're all done.
Hey, so I'm glad that you guys were able to watch as I made the juice. I hope you guys got some good information and a great recipe at that. I also wanted to show you a few more things. So one thing I definitely learned from actually researching on YouTube and over the internet is that the stuff that's left behind, a lot of times what we do is we just throw it away. But at the end of the day, see the kind of texture it is and everything. I heard that you could actually use it as compost. You can use it in your garden, as well as you can use it on your salads. Now, I wouldn't use it. I don't eat salads, so it doesn't really matter. But if I did, I probably wouldn't use this, but that's just my opinion. And so what I want to do is just go ahead and try this out. You know, and just know that you guys can store this for up to 3 days, okay? You can't store it no longer than 3 days. If it's been more than 3 days, you might want to throw it out. That's the good thing about drinking and eating things that are fresh, that lives and dies, is that if it expires, it's not good for you. But right now it's good for me, and I'm going to go ahead and drink it. Man, it tastes great. So definitely, I want to just implore you guys to go out. It's definitely cheap. You don't have to pay a lot to do it. Start juicing. It really helps out a lot, help cleanse out the body. And I'm going to continue doing it, man. So I'm glad that you guys were able to join me today as we were in my kitchen juicing. And I just ask that you guys definitely take heed, man. We left the recipe. It'll also be down in the description. So definitely take advantage. I also want to say thank you guys for your support, showing so much love to the channel. I ask that you continue to like, share, comment, subscribe. And again, man, thank you guys so much. Remember, health is wealth. Jesus loves you, and so do I. And I'll see you on the next episode of Darrius' Weight Loss Journey and Journal. God bless.